Hey guys, before we begin, I just wanted to remind you that I will be doing renders for each and every character that appears for at least this season of Death Battle, as a way to celebrate the 10th anniversary. I'm going to be posting these on my DeviantArt. They might not be there immediately, but I will leave a link in the description so you can wait for them there. But without further ado, let's jump right in. Hello everyone and everywhere, whoever was or will be, I am Red Runner. Today I am joined by Cyber and Phantom Falcon.
Hello there.
Yo.
This is my most wanted matchup of all time, and I worked on the G1 block for it. I did Madara's entire section. The copy pasta is just not a meme at this point, and it was probably some of the best 2 weeks I've ever had in this entire community, and probably just in general.
This is probably tied as my most wanted alongside Gojo Makima. It was a blast to work on the blog. I did most of Aizen's section with minor assistance, but damn if we didn't find some interesting stuff. It was very fun. Very, very fun time. Thanks for having us on.
Oh yeah, it is a pleasure, and I'm the odd one out. I don't know either of them, so... I basically just know the little bits I get from the community talking about it. And on that note, if you guys want to give a little bit of a lowdown on what's going on here.
Okay, fine. Alright, fine. So, Aizen scales to Yukawaka Waka.
Hey, Aizen is my territory!
Fine.
So, previously, Death Battle had stated, that, like, we'll find out today, but they had mentioned that like scaling to Uwalk, or however you want to pronounce his name. There's a multiple ways you can pronounce it. BBS has its own pronunciation. And long story short, we had a college student who's university. He's gone through several years of Japanese studying of the language, and he did a complete translation of the raw page. And long story short, the whole argument of like sustaining the soul flow is a bit it's more so that Uchiha sustains Soul Society as a planet, and if it was to be destroyed, it would unbalance the soul flow, and the soul flow would finish off the other planets. But he's still sustaining it with raw energy, which scales to his stats. Aizen fought him somewhat relativish. He did take damage, but it was mostly the Almighty. So that's where I think feel he
like he downscales, but he's relative enough to where he can like get enough scaling.
Yeah, so he beat Planet. In my opinion.
Madara is so the funny base form Naruto feat. I calced it to zeta tons because DB probably only count the actual crater being destroyed, but mass was getting ejected from the moon. So when you count the kinetic energy, it's like 18 zetatons. So I got that, and Madara upscales from base form Naruto a lot. So they're probably relative enough in AP. Bleach being light speed is kind of sus. But
if I want to do that really quick, most popular ones, Sero's explode, bend, and are stated to have mass in the canon light novels. There's a bunch of other problems with the other ones, like Lily's light carves entire cities. Like, light having impact force is weird because, like, hypothetically it could, but it should be like doing way more, like lighting up the atmosphere, doing one. You could probably say appeal to reality, but it's like, we have to use this to gauge how these characters scale. If you don't use physics to gauge where the characters scale, you can't put a number on anything. Most consistent for Aizen is going to be in the sub-rel to relativistic category. There's a relativistic light novel feat that he very much scales to.
And where do you have Madara?
He should be at least FTL with higher arguments that are debatable.
Okay, and that's based off, like,
the funny Light Fang.
The Light Fang. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Is there anything else you want to go over? Abilities or anything?
To TLDR are hacks because they have a lot. Both have a variety of hacks, and both have a array of hacks like the other can counter. But Madara has better illusionary powers with his Tsukiyomi and Infinite Tsukiyomi. And with his 30 with his 25 wood clones, 4 limbo clones that Aizen can't see, all with 15 minutes of immortality, I personally believe that he has enough resources to outlast Aizen and get the mind hacks off for a win.
I'm not gonna go too much on that because, like, they have a laundry list on hacks. Personally think you could probably argue Aizen wins via like power boosts. He's being given the Hogyoku, and like Kubo even narratively implies that despite the Hogyoku rejecting him, it's still like giving him abilities. Like the light novels explicitly state the reason for his immortality. There's like imagery he puts of the Hogyoku when Aizen reappears when he's like more powerful, and that's the major part. He's more powerful massively 2 years later just from like being in a prison cell without any training, and that's because of the Hogyoku. So he should get that as standard equipment, and its boosts are ridiculous. It's like a concept called transcendence in Bleach, where it's just like to make it short, you have to be relative to the character to sense their energy. Otherwise, the only way you can sense their energy is if they suppress themselves, and it's established as being like a bigger gap than like the.
Okay, listen, I understand we need to explain this, but can you make it quicker? I want to watch the episode now.
Yeah, the buff. Let's just say at minimum it's a 10 times boost. At max, I think you can narratively argue like 100 to 1,000. In that case, Aizen would just like one shot with AP and like be able to use power null. But let's get to what we're really here for.
The fight. Point is, me and Sarah have different opinions on who wins. We'll see who is truly correct here.
Can Aizen even touch Madara Uchiha?
We'll find out in a moment.
It's not up to us, it's up to these guys, and we might get it right, we might get it wrong, I don't know. But either way, let's start our show.
Let's do it, Slider. The false savior versus the envoy.
Madara Uchiha, the legendary
Chad!
Messianic shinobi.
Why'd it turn up again? Sorry.
Sōsuke Aizen, the Soul Reaper who stood upon the heavens from Bleach.
We may dream of glory, but these two have the will to power to take it by force and claim a seat among the gods.
They're the biggest.
Oh no.
around, and not even death
Oh,
can
okay.
stop 'em. Ghost versus zombie. Let's go. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills.
God, sorry, just
Who would
footage
win
from
a
that game
death battle?
made me
Let's
worried.
go!
Endless destruction, countless dead, a plot to conquer the planet. The ninja
Hokage.
world was at war.
For the
Woo.
fourth time, only one man could save humanity
And who
from it.
orchestrated this war in the first place?
I love
Of
Aizen.
course.
It's just-
All
It's
wars
Madara. It's
forever.
Madara. He's my third favorite villain in all of
Madara
fiction.
Uchiha.
Maybe second.
Earth war was the only thing the young
That
Madara
editing is good.
No ninja. He
Oh look, he's
The rock
throwing the
Oh,
rock.
now there's sound effects!
They're basically ninja Romeo and Juliet.
Belonging to opposing clans, Madara and
Poppies,
Hashirama were
falconry,
forced to
5D
battle each other
chess.
for years, all the while
Wait, what?
building a better future.
We'll get there in a moment.
Yes.
Eventually overcame their
Oh,
clash.
this is good editing.
Merged, creating
Oh, yeah,
the
it's really
village
good.
of Konoha.
But
Manga
Madara wasn't
panels are just
satisfied with
put in-
Hashirama's dream of peace through cooperation.
Back to wage war against the village he helped build. Well,
Love
that
how
didn't
they're
last long, huh?
integrating that.
Madara's megalomania
Mm.
was perhaps faded, considering he is in fact the reincarnation of the demigod Indra Otsutsuki and
Oh.
the inheritor of his immensely powerful chakra.
He's
Okay.
got Physical and spiritual energy that makes ninja magic.
The reincarnation thing they also went on like Naruto.
Oh,
section
summoning
years ago.
10 tails. Uh-oh, bros.
Responsible to put those together.
You did good adding that.
Reveal party waiting to happen.
His wood
When
is especially
you can take on armies
What even is that thing, by the way, that he uses
It's
as
a
a weapon?
fan. It's a Goomba. It's a
fan.
fan.
beating from every
Huh.
tailed beast at once, and even defeated the 5 Kage, some of the strongest shinobi in the world.
Oh, the editing.
We
That's-
paid
that's-
off Cyber. Let's
That was
go.
us.
Weaker ninja
Oh,
like
no.
Orochimaru have dodged literal photon beams.
The Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. These magical
Oh, wow. Ooh, that was hot.
Level, allowing him to predict movements, see the flow of chakra,
Got those eyes from his
summon
brother,
the
by the
mighty
way.
perfect
Mm.
Susanoo.
The Sharingan can also cast a genjutsu
Blind.
to trap anyone that looks at it in an illusion, and even
Oh, they're giving him
out
his
those
Anani.
same illusions.
Which can warp your perception of time.
Huh.
Itachi used it on a fellow Uchiha and made her live out her entire life
Hey,
in
you-
the span of
Yes!
of 1/1000th of 1/1
Oh,
millionth
boy.
of a second.
And when she died in the illusion, she died for
Oh, I don't know what that's gonna do for him, but it sounds impressive.
easily.
And after grafting some of Hashirama's cells
Ow.
onto himself, he not
Would always have a piece of his Romeo inside him. This is my ship, Wiz. Stop looking at me.
healing factor strong enough to regenerate from having
AKA the big chungus of all eye magic.
Why? No.
Love it.
Invisible limbo your soul from your body and summon giant-ass meteors, as if he needed any more fucking powers.
While the Renegade lacks some of the Sharingan's unique abilities, he can switch between them at will.
And thus the life of a legendary
He creates
Shinobi
meteors with
came
shock
to
instead
an
of
end in the
moving them from
arms
outer
of his
space?
one true love. Or did it?
Oh.
This is gonna get pretty crazy, but just
Oh no.
Fearing a defeat in battle, Madara set a time-delayed jutsu that would posthumously rewrite reality and bring him back to life. And it worked! So Madara tricked another Uchiha, Obito, into witnessing his best friend murdering his other best friend. Then he tasked Obito with manipulating the world into another war. Meanwhile, he gave
Oh,
him
God.
Love this!
with
I love
the goal
this!
of getting it back after he was
Yeah?
brought to life the second time with the outer path because he died again. Make sense?
Nah, that'll never work.
You're right, it didn't. So Obito brought Madara back from Naruto's corpse because he died. Then Kabuto brought Madara back to life, and he got his eyes back from Obito after some backstabbing. Then he sealed the awakened Ten Tails within himself in order to gain
Oh,
ultimate
God.
power and create the world's greatest nap time ever.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that's like the best voice acting I've heard from Ben.
I think Ten Tails' power would be awesome, but those
Let's go!
Doom are so lame.
Disintegrate anything they come into contact with.
Mm.
Not even ninja resurrected through Edo Tensei like Minato could regenerate limbs lost to the truth-seeking orbs, which means they had to erase his literal spirit itself.
Madara's power
Uh-oh.
was so insane,
Oh, boy.
it was considered comparable to the original
Ooh.
Sage of Six Paths,
Don't-
the dude who helped
We'll get to
create the friggin' moon.
Measuring their size and
Oh,
estimating
boy.
the rate at which Madara lifted them, they'd have to possess a potential energy of at
Phantom
least
spent
372
1 hour and a
petabytes
half on this
TNT.
calc,
He was
separately.
even
Yeah.
Got a
fast
higher
enough
result.
to keep up with Eight Gates
They
guy,
use potential
who
energy,
kicked
not
hard
kinetic
enough to
energy.
bend
Yeah,
steel.
yeah.
Madara even has an attack where he hawks light speed loogies.
Considering even base Madara has displayed speeds
Madara's
of
section
a
is being
white-headed
really good.
ninja, we know Ten Tails
Landed
Madara
in
would
capturing
See.
every single person in the world. This would enslave all of humanity in an endless dream world, free of conflict forever. Peace through total domination.
manipulating this tree with his chakra would have involved physically spreading its roots through and around the
Oh, they're
entire
using
world
it!
in mere moments. Estimating the tree
Oh, boy.
the speed at which the roots were moved, his
Oh,
chakra
boy.
released an energy exceeding 1 yotaton of TNT.
What?
This was with just
What?
jutsu.
You good?
Character
You
that
good?
Oh, it's
even
checkmate. It's
touched
checkmate.
Madara
It's checkmate.
Uchiha.
We're good.
Kishimoto himself.
Checkmate.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
The only thing that could take him down was treachery.
Even the man with the magic eyes couldn't see that coming.
All that was left was his old friend
For
Hashirama.
never was there a story of more woe than this of Hashirama and his Mata Bro. I read it in iambic pentameter.
Is there a gas leak in here?
What?
Now the real fun begins.
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
then.
that's probably
The
my favorite
Soul
announcement of the
Society
entire show.
was in chaos. This division of the Gote 13 was dead.
Oh, that was fast.
Only mastermind could have been behind all this. He'd have to be a galaxy-brained 5D chess master.
The
Oh,
man
this is
responsible was,
Old,
in
like,
fact,
Aizen memes.
Sōsuke Aizen.
Little is known about the man's past. Only that
Used to
he
teach
was
calligraphy.
a man, a human man,
They don't
but a soul reaper.
Go over, like,
These
his
Shinigami are
Ada book
spiritual beings who
backstory.
ferry
I'll do
souls
it
to the
after we're
afterlife
done.
and purify
All right.
those who have turned evil in the living world.
Don't blame them
Badass
because that's
anime
like not
wizard
translated.
Grim Reaper swordsman. Though Aizen himself was hardly that cool. I mean, just look at those glasses. Dork.
But this Clark Kent was harboring a secret. Aizen has spent years
There are so
attempting
many
to
Clark
develop the
Kent
means to ultimate
Great.
power.
He's just winning. Madara's just winning, isn't he?
Madara's
One Yoda-
probably winning right now.
Spirit matter, and empowered by rare Yoku, being spirit
They're getting it right.
Entities made of reishi are completely invisible to anyone without
Yeah.
specific supernatural awareness.
Can still be
though
touched,
a
though, which
Shinigami's
the-
body is still tangible and can be damaged normally.
And with his
Can be
Ryoku
touched by
energy,
people-
Aizen can create
Okay, this is one minor
incredible
mistake.
plans.
Those balls are
He's
not
so
made of
strong,
Ryoku.
weaker
They're made
beings
of
will
reishi.
literally disintegrate
Okay.
if they get too close to him.
This is due to his Rayatsu, a localized spiritual pressure.
God, the sound
exerted
effect is
as
so
a result
good.
of his
Yeah.
enormous power.
He also knows tons of keto, or spell energy from his
I understand not
surroundings
giving
to
him
make
all
giant
keto.
ass
He's known as like a
energy dragons.
keto master.
Perhaps his
in
deadliest
Bleach.
I feel like they're
keto
probably
is
they're just
Kuroi
listening to ones he's
After
used.
Yeah, yeah.
incantation, Aizen surrounds his target in an enormous black coffin that distorts space and time and tears its victims apart.
Aizen's plotting finally came to fruition during the invasion
This
of
is
the
some
Soul
great
Society,
editing.
where he faked his
Yeah.
death using his
I
grid.
always find it weird when they use the AI upscaling, but
Shinigami
other than that, yeah.
is a magical sword that possesses illusion that Aizen can manipulate at will. Making himself virtually immune to attacks.
I'll have to ask later how they got one Yoda tone.
It's so strong.
Probably,
it kept a group
I don't
of
know, a
ex-Soul
short time
Reapers
frame, I
known as
imagine.
The Visor, trapped for over 100 years without them even
I'll check
knowing
the math
it.
later.
It's one of the most
Yeah.
broken powers
And I feel like they might even elaborate.
definition of anime bullshit.
But it was
Who
all
knows?
worth it when he perfected his ultimate creation, the Hogyoku. Wishes.
In Aizen's case, it realized his
The will
desire to
falters?
become the strongest being in the universe. With it,
Kinda.
he can heal any of his wounds, even when half his body is vaporized. And more importantly, it exponentially increases his power over time through evolution by turning him into a horrifying butterfly monster man.
A being
Yeah, why not?
strong enough to dethrone and replace the Soul King, the deity that controls the cosmic balance.
To hold all these
Does.
places together at all times.
You did good.
Considering they should be roughly the same size, this would require an energy of over 140 zetatons of TNT.
Yes!
You're so
good.
excited about every single number.
Casual energy blasts can disintegrate huge
Planet
Did
Food
good.
is just something I've wanted accepted for.
Gatsu alone.
He
Oh
even
my.
defeated the rest of the Go
So cathartic!
So he should be way stronger than Soul Society heavy hitters like Kenpachi, who sliced this 120-kilometer wide asteroid to pieces.
That's roughly the width of Great Britain. An asteroid of this size would have to carry a kinetic energy of at least 44 petatons of TNT.
And
Bad.
Aizen was so badass, he literally transcended other Shinigami in power. After all his power boosts, he'd even be faster than light. Hell, even weaker characters like
Okay.
This Lady can dodge light beams.
So they are giving him light.
Ichigo had transcended
He used
Shinigami
Ashwallen.
as well, and even Aizen
Oh.
himself.
I-
Leaning upon his
You know, they
insecurity,
didn't show the one
Hogyoku
Yoda ton. I would have thought
abandoned
Aizen would have
Aizen,
win,
who
not gonna
was
lie,
quickly
Wiz.
defeated and imprisoned in the bottommost level of the Soul Society's prison. Aizen was left alone. His great power he sacrificed so much to achieve was gone forever.
No, it was.
Or was it? Somehow he ended up getting even stronger than before. But what made him so strong? Could it be the chair?
It's not the chair. It could theoretically be due to the chair's restraints keeping his Reiatsu from properly releasing, building it up within him until he was stronger in base than he was at his previous max.
Nah, it's definitely the chair. And, since the chair could still hold him after he got stronger, wouldn't that make it even stronger than him? Even
What?
stronger than the
No.
Soul King? All hail the mighty Chair-sama!
Oh, the chair memes!
Oh no.
He even
Base.
managed to hold his own against the Quincy warlord, Yua, who absorbed
Yeah,
the
they did the
power of
bonk.
You are.
Yes, sir.
He even used Q according to Kikaku, bitches.
Standing among the gods themselves, Aizen returned to captivity and pondered the meaning of his existence.
Trapped in a prison, sealed off
Epiphany.
in a different dimension with a 20,000-year sentence, he remains the most dangerous being in the world.
Who knows what schemes are brewing behind those
Okay, I'm a little bit.
calculating
I'll admit I'm a
no
tiny bit
compassion,
confused
no
because
empathy,
didn't they just say
only
he got stronger, but then they didn't address how much stronger he might have gotten?
Might do that in the.
Neither you
Oh!
nor me. From now on, I alone will stand at the top.
That was the perfect cutout! That was the perfect cutout!
Alright, the
But yeah,
commands are set
the
to
fact that they didn't say that makes me think he might actually have a chance here.
Battle!
Alright, let's see this.
Okay, that's a start. Rip Bozo.
You can see.
You can see me.
I
I can see everything.
I don't talk too much just because I'm trying to.
Yeah, don't quote it.
Sorry.
Did you see that?
Alright. This is the preview. Why does he look sunburned? The fire really did something to him, bros. I don't know. Wood style.
Using Shunpo.
We're gonna call out all their techniques, aren't we?
And yeah, lyrics in the song.
Yeah.
The song is amazing.
Whew!
Yo, he gave him a haircut.
From a human.
Sharingan.
Bro.
Yo.
Oh, I think that was supposed to be him breaking out of Kyokushu. Oh yeah!
Oh, wait, oh, that was fast.
Fourth form Aizen. Yo.
Like in the animation. Okay.
I know, they have a lot of abilities to get through, but that... We're blazing.
Oh. Oh, that looks great.
Oh!
Meteor cut!
Oh!
Yo! What?
Yeah, I understand why they did Butterfly Aizen now.
Okay.
That looks amazing. That looks amazing!
Yes!
Oh my!
Aside from some jank in the puppets, this is
No,
really
no,
good.
This is amazing.
This is amazing.
Yo! Are we getting Wood Dragon?
Limbo!
Limbo!
Oh my god!
Its hands! Oh my god!
Oh my!
I love it. The thrill of battle, the pounding of my heart, the taste of my own blood. I love it!
They're just...
Sure, Fragor.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
You almost had me there, you tricky bastard. Nothing escapes my illusion.
The Zetsu, god damn it.
Know your place.
No! No! No!
Hey, there might still be a cutout. We'll see. Oh!
What a wonderful dance.
Now that was a cool death. Very reminiscent of Reverse Splash in this last
That was
shot.
good.
That
great.
might be my favorite episode ever now.
Of course Madara won! He fake died twice for his 5D chess plan, while Aizen only fake died once.
Aizen and Madara were extremely evenly matched in raw power and speed. By our calculations, Madara spreading the God Tree's roots with his chakra was about 7 times more powerful than the best that Aizen could scale to with his Rengoku, and both ended up being relatively
Alright.
fast as each other.
While there are a range of possible feats and numbers to go with to determine their limits, the point is they're always going to be close to even.
Which means the main thing that mattered here were their powers and how they countered each other.
Okay.
Madara's enormous variety of abilities eventually overwhelmed Aizen.
What? May be invisible to regular people, the Rinnegan allowed Madara to see invisible spiritual beings like his own Limbo clones. Hell, the Rinnegan
seeking
lets
out-
you see and remove human souls, and that's exactly
Oh, we didn't think of that!
Both chakra
What?
and Raryoku
We didn't- the
utilize
black
spirit
box!
and
Yeah, the black
power
box.
in similar ways,
Go
being
back on that,
formed into
or
attacks
I'll have to
with
see that
ninjutsu
later.
and Aikido. That meant that Madara's ability to absorb ninjutsu allowed him to nullify the vast majority of Aizen's range attacks, and even dispel his force field. Perfect, but fellow Captain Unohana was able to subconsciously notice its flaws. With an eye as perceptive as the Sharingan, which can spot imperfections in genjutsus all the time, it was only inevitable that Madara would be able to quickly break out.
However, the same couldn't be said for Aizen, who never showed any resistance to the kind of mental illusions Madara can create.
Even setting illusions aside, the sheer quantity of offensive options at Madara's disposal, whether it be his clones, meteors, or monsters summoned by the Rinnegan, kept Aizen constantly on the back foot.
But that mattered if they couldn't kill each other, and both had pretty insane healing factors that could recover from just about anything, except for those pesky 8 balls of doom.
So, question, do you think this might be the closest fight this season?
Absolutely.
Spiritual beings and preventing them from regenerating. And again, Aizen was a spiritual being.
Since Aizen lacked
course.
the ability to do the same irreversible damage to Madara, the
Oh boy.
ghost of the Uchiha had exactly
They might be much faster than light speed,
ghost down
according to
below.
that.
Aizen was an unbelievably overpowered foe, but Madara's own powers, illusions, and devastating truth-seeking orbs allowed him to crush the ex-Shinigami.
Sōsuke should have kept his eyes on the prize. And,
Do you feel
Fight
any
was great.
shame at all?
moderately.
Ha!
Double pun. Suck it, Wiz.
Wait, no copy pasta.
No copy pasta.
Thank you for watching
All
this
right,
episode
and
of
the finale. Let's see what this
don't know what it
is.
is.
items from Death Battle and Rooster Teeth. socks to beer steins. Click that button.
Yeah,
Shopping now.
Let's see.
Goku versus Saitama.
Oh god, it is Saitama! Oh no.
Versus.
You what? You what? You what? You
I have called it. Let's go.
you
That was.
excuse me. Oh no. Why is that the okay, no offense. Why is that the finale? And also, why are they I'm not a fan. Saitama does not feel like someone that is doable right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Hello. Am I the only one here?
I'm just
Sorry,
broken.
I'm just trying
I'm just
to say.
broken. That was amazing. That was I need to rewatch that. I'm going to have to rewatch that on cycle. I missed the black box. What was the black box?
Yeah, what was the black box you mentioned, Phantom? Can you repeat that?
It was basically like saying that because Aizen was a spirit and Edo tends because Aizen is made of spiritual energy like ninjutsu, he could probably nullify it. I don't know. I just glimpsed through it.
Don't agree with that because it's like he's made of reishi, which is spiritual mass. It's like stuff that I don't blame them for not including like Aizen's what's it called, like backstory from the novels and the data book. Importantly, the data book, like not to harbor on it too long. The data book kind of puts them both at well, no, okay, so you know how they said Madara was a reincarnation of someone? Aizen is kind of the same thing. He's kind of like a predestined figure chosen by like the world to replace the Soul King. To like make a new utopia. And that's like what drives his, like subconsciously he's driven to all of his evil for that one purpose. And Ichigo breaks him out of that like chain, I guess, when he beat him the first time.
Interesting.
Aizen has an epiphany in the final chapter that basically his methodology was wrong. And that the true beauty of humanity is that striving, despite fear, striving to live in what he calls courage.
Oh yeah, it's next time gonna be 2D.
I cannot imagine that being 3D. Yeah, next time. It's like, okay, I know, that's like one of the more reasonable Saitama matchups, I guess.
I wanna see what the logs look like.
But, the problem I have with using Saitama at this point is that I know, it's the meme, and I know we get this with some other characters, but never to the extent of Saitama, where we literally don't know what his limits are. He's never even been challenged.
Oh.
But, that's the thing, we don't know what Saitama's limits are. He's never been challenged, but Popeye has so much more impressive shit that provably he's much stronger. So I don't know. Can I get any comment?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm just processing this.
We're both processing this. We did not expect this. We expected Madara to win. We did not expect this.
Right.
What is 7 Yototons again, Phantom? Like large planet?
1 Yotaton is planet level plus, I think.
So planet Naruto characters is a thing.
I'm gonna have to ask Swan for that calc. What the fuck happened? I don't know.
Is that the calc that took 4 hours?
Alright, wait. Alright, hold on. I need to.
No. Really quick, can we?
Where are you going?
Let's wrap this up, maybe.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. Okay, final thoughts. That's my favorite episode of all time. It's absolutely my favorite Naruto episode, at least. God.
But again,
this episode is probably my favorite of the season. Like,
it's my favorite of the
with Aizen, but it's definitely
absolutely.
like
Oh my
favorite
god.
of the season.
But again, I do just want to comment on Saitama versus Popeye. I'm sorry.
Wait,
did you hear what I said about it?
Did the tree spread get 1 Yotaton or 7 in the episode?
My god.
It got one.
It got one. One Yotaton. But again, do either of you... Okay, let me actually rephrase the question. Do either of you even care that Saitama vs. Popeye is happening.
I
Oh,
don't care about a
find it funny.
Saitama episode.
I find it
just
funny.
I
it
get
very funny.
Popeye is probably like one of the more thematic ones. It's not my preferred for Saitama. I would want them to get like to get cosmic level the difference between calcs.
Yeah, again, though, I don't know if you guys were paying close attention. My problem is the fact that we don't have any clue the upper end of Saitama.
I think you can get a good estimation right now. Like, there's a planet feat recently with like moving the stuff in the core by Orochi. Like, the verse is consistently top. Like, you can probably do a very easy argument for consistently like small planet to planet for like god tiers.
Yeah, no,
And,
that's
like,
the problem. Saitama is so consistently above that. Like, he literally hasn't been challenged yet.
They could just like what they could. I don't know if this would be a good idea, but what they could do is like, since we don't know his upper limit, you could just upscale him to like the highest end interpretations of some feats, like Boros destroying, like Hoshi can also
Like the
mean
star. Yeah, the star.
Yeah, that booklet thing. I don't know if they'll do that. Like, don't take that as what that they'll actually do. I have no clue what they'll do. But like, that would be like one way, I guess, that you could take that as like the upper, well, not necessarily even his upper limit. It's just like, since we don't know and like everything has been so casual, he could end up being that strong.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of reasonable, but that's the thing. We don't know exactly how high Saitama might get. We know he's constantly getting stronger, and Popeye, though, has so much more provable stuff. Like, he is definitely stronger, just basing off what you see in the series. In the two series.
Mm-hmm.
So,
although I'm hearing that a lot of what I don't know. I'm hearing stuff like regarding the Popeye thing might be like app.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Infinite Tsukiyomi, is that what you were going to say?
I'm surprised they didn't do that, but
yeah.
I'm gonna have to still process this. I'm sorry if this is not what you expected my response to be. It's just like I never in a million years did I expect the exact what we got.
Okay. Well.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you now. Anyways, yeah, Cyber, do we agree this is at least our favorite of the season?
This is easily like a 9.5 out of 10.
Most wanted.
Yeah.
Favorite matchup ever.
No, understood. Understandable.
All right.
Well, yeah. If you get
dip as well, or you think?
Well, we're all gonna dip in a minute. If you guys like this video, you can like it. If you didn't, dislike. But either way, we'll see all of you in the next video.
I have something to say. That was a pretty good episode. But consider Bowser versus Aizen, though. They're evil, I think. Aizen might be a video game villain, I think. Never seen it. I like Bowser. He's cool.
Don't make that trailer. Don't make that trailer.
Pay me.